Hello everybody, welcome back to my channels, and today I have finally completed my Ultraman collection from the Dimension Studio X and the Eastern model. So this is the Ultraman original, the first 3 from the season 1 all the way to season 3. So this is 1/6 scale diecast. It's a ready-made figure, by the way. It's not a model kit, so it's not something that you have to build up. It's already come with it, and quite a few amount of accessory and LED lighter point. So there is another option that you can go if you don't want the Dimension Studio, because they are very rare figures. You have to hunt it down everywhere on the internet if you still want it. And luckily there are a couple sellers on Chinese sellers in the eBays or the AliExpress, I think, and I think especially the Comic Club, that's the where I got it from. I paid for about 160 or 170 pounds. And the sales season you will get it about 10% off, so if it is not on sale season you have to pay 170 pounds, so that's what I paid for actually. So I know that they are very old figures, but the 301 are new one obviously, but I didn't go with 30 because of they don't have a lot of accessory compared to these Dimension Studio, and they are quite generous actually. They send quite a lot of amount of accessory as a standard, and also they come with loads of LED lighter point, so, and more die cast as well, which is what I like. So that's why I decided to go with this one. So but unfortunately they don't make it anymore, which is annoying. And so I do have a couple other 30 figures in my channels. I got Tiger and also Zero, and I think I have one on pre-order, Taro. I will get that one on pre-order. However, I'm not gonna get the Zophie and Jack and the girl. They're kind of like weird. They are in the season 2 and 3. The girls is in season 3, but I didn't think that they get a lot of screen time, and I'm not really keen on that one. So to be honest, but I do like Taro. Suit is a bit different and it comes with quite a lot of fire effects, so I do get this one on pre-order. And also there will be the final Ultraman suit as well, which is really cool from 30. I'll be getting that as well on pre-order. So yeah, that will be 2 more Ultraman I'll be getting in my collection at the end. So yeah, right, so let's get to this figure. So as you can see here on my channel, so you have seen my Ultraman A suit, which is now, and then you got Shinchiro, and you got Ultraman 7. So I have already reviewed them, so if you want to watch it you can check it out, and they still have this. I think the A suit is my final one. I wasn't too sure at the beginning because he is not very he's not a main character. It's a Seiji suit actually, but I just want to complete it at the end, so I decided to go with it. So yeah, obviously this is very old figures. The seller told me that he got it from the factory last month. I'm not sure whether he's telling the truth, but I do know that for the fact is that they are very old figures and they don't make it anymore. So I'm surprised that the factory sent it to them last month. But then the seller said that he's not sure whether they're newly made, but all he knows they are brand new. So when I got the box in the UK, when I opened it, and all the batteries are all leak and they're all rusted, and they're just going all over the place. It's really old. You can tell that how old this figure is gonna be by looking at the battery. I mean, how is the battery sitting in the box here, which I don't have it now, right? I throw it away already, and all these batteries are all leaking everywhere. I have to clean it, as you can see here on the surface where I have to wipe it off. So yeah, that was the evidence there. But the seller said it was brand new, sent from the factory last month. I find it hard to believe, but there we are. That's what he said, and he's not budging on the price. But finally I decided, you know what, I gave up. I like the figure, so there isn't anywhere else out there that people are selling it, so I just swallow everything and then just pay for it basically. Yeah, so here we are. Right, and let me show you the stuff that I got. So you got quite a few pair of hands. So you got obviously pair of fists, and you also get a relaxed hand, this one, and you also have the karate chop style hand as well. And then you also have two other hands that are looking like this. So they look exactly the same, more or less. The only difference is the hand gesture is on the thumb is a little bit different. So one is going this way, one is going up. So that's the only thing different. Maybe that's how they they do it for pose like this. So yeah, and that's the hand. And obviously 30 will provide one blaster, but in Dimension Studio you got two with the LED lighter point. So all you gotta do is press this button and then you will see the LED light will turn on, right? So very simple. So it is nicely done, and all you gotta do is swap the piece there with the hand. So that's it, very simple and easy to do. Even though they are very old figures, the paint job is still good quality and the joint are still nice and stiff, which is the main reason why I managed to I just let it go basically, even there are some minor paint rush on the body, which I will point it out later on. And the hand here is very nice, and I love this little pointy whatever they are. They looks really decent. I like this one. And also the hand can extend out like this, and you will see the hole here, which is where you will put energy effects. So in terms of energy effects, it comes with quite a lot of part, more than 30, right? So you got that small short one like this, you got a pair of those, right? So let me pause the things on turntable so that you can see, and then you will see the medium size, and you got the extra long size. So you got three different sizes. You got short, medium, and long, and they all come in pair, right? So you can choose whichever one you like basically. And then you also have a pair of this effect as well. This is all like a fire effects or something like that. They are soft as well, like I thought they're hard plastic. They are not. They're soft rubber. No, soft plastic, sorry, not rubber. What am I talking about? And also you do have energy long effects like that. This one only come in one of those. It doesn't come in pair, because this is going to be connected to the both hands that create the energy effects that shoot out basically from the anime. So this is how it's gonna be. So yeah, so this is effects that comes with it, and then you got the blaster, which I already put it there. So I have one on each side. So yeah, that's how I'm gonna leave it on my display cabinet. So there we are, and you can see the other two already. Now speaking about the other two, let me show you the paint one. So I love the Ultraman 7 suit, which is the very glossy paint red, right? So this is all glossy red here. And Shinjiro is the part matte, part glossy. So here is glossy, down here is matte. So I didn't notice that before. I thought must be some kind of quality control or something like that. Actually, it is intentional. So I don't know why they don't make it glossy all the way, but it just on this leg area is matte, and here is glossy. On the body is glossy, but yeah, it's a bit weird, but that's how it is though. And in this A suit is pretty much all silver, a lot more silver, and then some red here. But luckily the joints are nice and stiff, which is the main thing really. Some minor paint rush, which is I can live with it because they are mostly covered in silver, so you won't notice too much. If it's in the paint rush is on the red, then obviously gonna be a problem, right? But this is not main problem because it's a silver part, so it's fine. So yeah, let me take a dim on the light so you can see how the light looks like here. So this is a nice energy blast effect. So if I switch it off, and then you can see the eyes here as well on both sides, which is not bad actually. So I do like that, right? And the head sculpt is a little different from 30 somehow according to the photo, but this one seems to be a bit more, I don't know, what's the word should I use, aerodynamic? I don't know, right? But the head sculpt is definitely a little bit different from the 30, but the rest is very, very similar. And the good thing about this Ultraman from the Dimension Studio is all this here is all plastic. There is not a single rubber used on the any of the part here. And down here is completely solid die cast here. This is all cold to touch, all the feet all the way up. So that is good thing. There are die cast skeleton inside there in some part here, but mostly they are actually plastic on the top, but die cast is all down there. It's nice and heavy actually. Heavier than 3.0 figure for sure. I have the scales, I have all these, compare the difference between them. It's about 100 or 50 grand difference. So 100 to 50 grand depending on what figure you're using. So if I use the 7 point or whatever the number is, obviously this is heavier. But if I use this A suit, it's a bit lighter. So and because of a lot of accessory here, so that's the difference. Anyway, articulation is no problem here, the same as 3.0. There isn't any pose that you cannot do, and all these hands that you see here, they are all interchangeable with all the other figure as well, including 3.0 suit as well. I can use that energy effect here, which you get it from the Sophie suit as well, but I can put it on the Ultraman Zero, and I do have it on the cupboard. Putting on it is work fine perfectly, so that's a good thing. So they can actually share some of the weapon and accessory if there is the slot that actually allow you to do it, so it's fine. Right, so anyway, so the paint job here is good. I'd have the chest LED as well, but I don't have enough battery to turn it on, so I just leave that. But they do have that, looks nice here. They're painted a little bit so you can see, this is how it is mostly in the cabinet anyway, because you're not going to turn on an LED light all the time. And articulation is, like I said, no problem. And despite the fact that the figures are very old, they probably made back in 2018, right? But they don't make it anymore since then, which is a shame. I do like their figures. There are loads of model kit as well, so don't go with those one. Get the premium diecast version, which is a lot better. And you can actually move the bicep around, and you can have all the joints. You can just adjust any way you like. And head can actually move around, all the way you like. And you can have crouch down, go up a little bit. You can tilt as well. And at the back there is also some of the flaps that you can actually open, but in this one is not very big range, unfortunately. But compared to the Ultraman's here, so this one is a lot better range, but here is only a little bit not much range to open a flat, but okay. And the leg can go all the way up, which is very nice. And it's still nice and stiff, which is good. And also you can also swivel here. You can also go up and down. You can hear all the squeezing noise going on. The feet also go flat on the ground, which is no problem. I do want that kind of feet, so because I don't use dynamic stand. Speaking of dynamic stand, this one doesn't come with any dynamic stands. None of them do. So you do have to put it on the ground. You cannot do the flight pose or anything like that, which is a shame. But that's how it is, unfortunately. Right, so there we are. So articulation is no problem. I can promise you that. But the only thing is that it's hard to find where you want to get this from. It is nobody else selling this anymore, so that is the only problem. So there we are. Alright, so I hope that this video is helpful. If you do still want it, there is still in stock from AliExpress called the Comic Club, but do bear in mind that they're not budging on the price, but this is the only place I can find to get it as a brand new. So alright, so thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.